Hello. Hello, and welcome back to Story Reckless. I am Nathan. I will be your DM this evening, and I use he, him pronouns. I'm going to pass it over to our players to do their quick intros.
My name's Claire. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing Little Creature, who is a goblin, and you've probably figured out that I'm also a ranger by now.
Good to know. My name is Olive. I use she and they pronouns. And I am playing Lovelace Centaur Gardener. Today we're going to do some hedge trimming.
Just some happy
You can find me on Twitter at Jupiter Thunder.
Wait,
That's different
is
from
that
last
real?
week.
Is that wait?
Oh no, Jovial Thunder. Sorry.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. So spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's a Sailor Moon reference because Jovial, Jove, like Jupiter, like the god of thunder.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like Jupiter Thunder. Yeah, that was a Freudian slip there. It's actually just a Sailor Moon reference. We're back to Sailor Moon, baby. You thought we were done with it.
I still need to actually learn about Sailor Moon at some point so I can participate.
A strong word.
Well, so I can participate in these conversations,
That's
you know.
Fair.
Okay. Well, with all of that, let's do a quick recap here, shall we? And jump right into the story. Oops, excuse me. Okay. Oh boy, last time after Lovelace had fled into the woods of Sharp Teeth, fleeing from the horde of gnolls that are currently ravaging the countryside of the Sword Coast, she encountered a gnoll and a hobgoblin fighting each other, and upon resolving the conflict by killing this gnoll, discovered that the gnoll had pups off in the forest, causing some dilemma with Lovelace and some confusion as to what the nature of these gnolls may be. She assumed they were just demonic demons, really, not creatures that procreate and have communities and society and culture. And in that moment, she met Little Creature, a strange little goblin that was looking for Lovelace. The two of them set out into the woods of Sharp Teeth as Lovelace continued following hints and trails of this strange ethereal path that was coursing beneath the earth under her. And with the accompaniment of Little Creature, they encountered numerous things in the forest. They met some blink dogs that were, well, they didn't meet them, they watched some blink dogs that were burying one of their own kind. Lovelace saw the spirit of the soul of this blink dog seem to be churning and with discomfort and caught and stuck in the body of the deceased blink dog, and that network under the earth of seemingly souls was not connecting with it. But Lovelace was able to grab onto the body and place her hand into the earth and seemed to be able to channel it, allowing the soul to pass on. You also met a couple bugbears. They went off on their way as they checked out Lovelace, and you found a forest spirit in a little collection of flowers and boulders. You befriended this spirit, and both of you got a boon from the forest itself as it gifted this to you and then disappeared.
A flower hat.
Yes, you both have flower hats. You then continued on to go meet up with Little Creature's friend, the Song of the Pleated Woodpecker. And as you set off to meet them, Little Creature, you started to see the forest becoming sick around you. And both of you saw this. It became more and more ill and more leaves. Dead leaves were down on the floor. And as you approached the home of Song of the Pleated Woodpecker, this dryad that lives within a massive oak tree that rises up out of the forest, you saw the oak tree itself seem to have been twisted and lost all of its leaves, and Song of the Pleated Woodpecker was weeping on one of its boughs. As you reached out to help Little Creature, she cried out and told you to flee, to leave. She didn't want to hurt you, but you continued to press, and something seemed to take hold, and she talked. She was Consumed with hunger is what it seemed to be. She was pleading to be fed and looked at you, little creature, with hunger in her eyes as twisted branches on the tree itself seemed to pop off, fall off into the dry leaves, and rise up as these malformed, twisted humanoid shapes dripping with some sort of black liquid. And Lovelace could see underneath this massive oak, there seemed to be deep within the roots, just barely peeking out in the dim light of the forest, some sort of pink, fleshy, pulsing thing underneath the tree itself. So, with that, I'm going to move both of you over to a map. And I'm going to need both of you to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And I just placed your tokens as best I figured where you would be. So, little creature, I figured you're right there at the base of the tree.
Nathan.
This place is so spooky.
This is just a map I pulled from Roll20, but it works pretty well.
Very cool.
And for our audience, I did add the dynamic lighting, so there's like the trees are all blocking line of sight, so that'll be fun. Anyways, so with that, as these figures plop down into the dry brush around you and rise up, Song of the Pleated Woodpecker looking down at you, little creature, her brow furrowing even more. You see one of her arms kind of twitch, and that little fleshy limp bit on her elbow that was almost like a fleshy tentacle of some kind. That arm itself seems to pulse and kind of writhe. But I need both of you to roll for initiative. It looks like Lovelace, we got a 12 for you. And little creature?
8.
8? Okay. Bother. I think my... Hold on. There we go. My tracker. You got an 8. Oh boy. We got 2 pretty low initiative rolls. All right, let me
You don't have to run fast. You just have to run faster than the bear.
It's true.
Unfortunately, bears are very quick.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. What is your dex, Lovelace?
+2.
And your dex score?
14.
Okay, cool. Then yes, you get to go first. Okay. And yeah, Lovelace, does that look about right for you? I figured you said you were holding back.
I can get anywhere in a single move action. It's fine.
Okay. So, as this happens and these figures rise up out of the brush.
One more question. Where's the weird fleshy bits underneath the tree that I saw?
So, as you're peering off towards the tree and these figures are rising up, little creature looking up at Song of the Pleated Woodpecker, you can see down amongst the roots, there's these big, massive roots that kind of cascade off this little berm, this like kind of little hill that this tree is on. And you can just make out like deep within the tree. So like at the center point where it's all just darkness and shadow, a little bit of light catches and you see this like pulsing fleshy bit inside. You get the sense that there might be like space underneath the tree, that where this fleshy bit is, based on like all the darkness through the roots of the shadows. The shadows through the roots.
Do I see any like weak points or points of entry, or is that a wait till your turn sort of situation?
Yeah, from this angle, no.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, Song of the Pleated Woodpecker does get to go first. So looking down at you, little creature, as you tried to connect with her, reaching out with your magic, she looks at you and goes, "We must feed." And her arm kind of twists, and you watch it writhe and twist into this big tendril, almost like a root-like tentacle, and she and then points down at you, little creature. She's gonna cast Entangle. I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh no. 8.
Yeah, you are most certainly entangled. Let me see how this works again. 20-foot square. Okay. Damn, that is big. Yeah. Okay. It's not gonna be able to get both of you, but it'll just get you, little creature, as she points that. What now? Her arm is now this strange, like, bound, wrapped collection of roots, and you can see that black ichor is kind of like dripping off of it, and up out of the ground, all these roots erupt in vines, and they latch around you, little creature, and pull you into the earth. And then she looks down at these figures that are just standing up and points at you as they all look towards you, little creature. She is then going to kind of meld into the tree, looking at you, Lovelace, as she does. And I'm gonna make a secret roll here. And she disappears out of sight.
You are muted, Olive.
Well, that's one problem taken care of. If she's gone, then we don't have to worry.
Okay. All right, that is her turn. Lovelace, you are up. So you see little creatures pulled into the earth with all these roots pulling them down.
And I think Lovelace's reaction is just like instinctual of she just yells, "No!" Flies into a rage. I'm just gonna like charge forward. What would it take to like grab little creature and pull little creature out?
Yeah, so entangle specifically,
Strained.
yeah, so little creatures are strained. You can use your action to make a strength check to try to pull little creature out.
Okay. So I would need to go in.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I believe the area is difficult. Yes, the area is difficult terrain. So.
Okay. So I will use, I suppose, 30 feet of movement.
Yep, that's
to move there. Do I need to make a strength saving throw or something?
No. You are fine. It's just difficult terrain, but you now need to make a strength check to try to pull a little creature free.
I will do that with advantage because I am mad at the world, and I got overprotection issues. That's an 18.
That is enough. So you reach down and rip little creature out.
So yeah, I just see like these like tentacles like wrapping around, and I just dive like one arm in, and just like with my barbarian strength, just like tear at these like vines, and, like pull little creature free, and say, "Let's get out of here."
But what about Song of the Pleated Woodpecker?
What about her?
She's hurting.
Well, we can't do anything about that if we're decomposing. So let's just try to make some space, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my remaining 20 feet of movement just to like get back, I think.
Okay.
Bring in little creature with me.
Okay.
I can't move little creature, so you'll have to come with me yourself.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to... Typically, when you move a creature, you move at half speed to do so. I'm trying to remember if we've established that... Yeah, I don't... Yeah, so
my carrying capacity is huge, and little creature
is a small
Weighs
creature.
36 pounds.
is 36
so... Yeah, then it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was like, it's weird because you're a centaur and you have a massive carrying capacity and all that. So, okay, so yes, you are able to get little creature up on your back and you start to ride out of this tangled mess away. Okay, that is your turn, Lovelace.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Action and bonus action.
Okay, and you are raging, correct?
And I think, does my rage end because I didn't attack or take damage?
Oh, I think it's at the beginning of your next turn. Look it up.
Your rage ends early if you're knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taking damage since then. So I might still take damage.
Yes, I think you might.
Okay.
Hold on.
That's Nathan's plan, at least.
15. Oh, perfect. Okay. I was.
Oh, they're flanking? That's so cute.
Yeah, I was. Hey. Hey, these little guys, I gotta give them every advantage they can get. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make a call here. And you guys can call bullshit on me if you want, but I'm gonna make a call that these creatures specifically, because of their relationship with Song of the Pleated Woodpecker and the tree, that they are not going to be affected by the difficult terrain of the entanglement.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
cool. Perfect. Thank you. I just want to make sure we're on the same page, so you're not.
You just gave me the not being half speed. I'll return the favor.
And then this one is going to dash and skitter along, come up to. So they all come swarming around you, Lovelace.
What does it look like? Or do they run, or is it kind of like roots going through the ground?
I like that, yeah. So it is this weird, like a wave almost, or have you ever seen a Strong Beast? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of like that, where it's a strange, organic, wavy motion, and there's little bits of dirt that kind of get flung up as the roots are almost diving into the earth and then coming out again to and yeah, they all come, and they're gonna all make attacks. So this will be 3 on you, Lovelace, 2 at advantage. So here we go. 15.
That just hits.
And that will hit. And then that one misses. And then on you, little creature, just the 1 attack. Oh, wait. Sorry. That only 2 attacks on you, Lovelace. Sorry. That last one had to dash to get up there. So that last one would have been on you, little creature. That misses with a 6. Okay, so those 2 hit you, Lovelace. And they only do, no damage. So 3 points of damage reduced to 1. And 2 points of damage reduced to 1. However,
being a barbarian is good.
I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws as they slam into you with their tendrily pokey branches that just kind of scrape across your haunches.
That's an 11 and a 19.
Okay, you're fine. But as they scrape across you, you see that black liquid that's spilling out of them. It kind of splatters across your haunches, and you feel a burn in the wound. And you can see, just for a moment, you see the flesh kind of and then go back. It kind of starts to writhe and bubble, and then it settles.
Oh, that stings.
Okay, little creature, you're up. You're on the back of Lovelace.
Okay, I am going to shout back at the tree. Are you alone? Are you losing yourself?
Seems like she's got plenty of friends all around her right here.
Okay. So you shout that?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to garner a response from her?
I am.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll at disadvantage.
Okay. 2.
So You are just met with the sound of these strange beings coming up on you.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And get off of Lovelace's back.
Okay.
No. Let's go there. And then shoot at one of them.
Okay.
None of them are injured yet.
None of them are injured yet. No.
Okay, let's just go for this one then. It's right there.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so we have a 19 to hit.
Yes, definitely.
What is that? So much.
Yeah.
Natural 18.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll damage on the first one. Let's break these out into two separate damage rolls.
Is there anything exciting? Sure, all market is my favored foe. That's exciting.
Okay.
So we have 12 points of piercing damage to the first one.
Fire the arrow, and the first one is struck with the arrow, and it just shatters and falls into a pile of branches and goo on the ground.
Oh.
It is destroyed.
Okay, well then, second one.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage on the second one.
That's 11 points of piercing damage.
And it also... And you just see this, like, kind of black goo coming out between the bundle of roots and twigs that are now on the ground.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Next up is Song of the Pleated Woodpecker. Little creature.
Yeah.
You hear above you in the tree, 10 feet above you, kind of a... And you look up and you see Song of the Pleated Woodpecker is coming out of the tree, looks down at you, and that tendril just shoots out towards you. Alright, so... This will be made at advantage, because... Wait, what's your passive perception, actually?
15.
Yes, okay, so this will be made at advantage, because she can also bonus action stealth. A 15 to hit?
No, that does not hit.
Okay, so the tendril just strikes the ground next to you. And she is going to, once again, bonus action stealth as she pulls herself into the tree. So I'm going to roll a stealth check for her. And she disappears. Okay. That is her turn. Lovelace, you are up. Oh, actually, hold on. At the top of the round, you hear creaking in the big oak tree behind you, Lovelace, and two more of those strange pods. Two more figures rise up out of the brush. Okay, Lovelace, your turn.
I think little creature's in the clear. I've seen little creature avoid an eagle. Little creature can take care of itself. I'm just gonna wheel on these things and go like duck duck goose, but with a murder each time.
Okay, go for it.
So pulling out my two short swords. It's gonna be a total of 3 attacks.
Okay.
And I'd like to I guess move.
Sure, yeah, like
Attack. I don't know if that's technically legal.
Well,
If it's
let's
not,
do this. So here's what I'd say. It's absolutely legal. We could just do it where you roll, see if you hit that first one, and then decide whether you move or not. Or you can say you go and move between them all and roll your attacks, and if you miss one, it will get an attack of opportunity on you. So it's like that's the non-optimal way to play, but that is what you are describing, right? Like as you ride through. So,
yeah.
up to you.
So I'm gonna get all of them. So
Probably.
Like, sure. Like, I'll
Go
give
for
you
it.
that. That sounds fun.
Okay, go ahead. Let's
Okay,
start with the
so
first
that's-
roll.
3. Oh, you want me to roll them one at a time?
Yeah, let's see if you hit the first one.
Okay. I'm attacking recklessly, so this is an advantage. 24 to
Yeah,
hit.
okay, so that hits. So you hit that one, and then you go to the next one. Go ahead.
17 to hit.
Yep, that one hits, and then you get up to this one.
24 to hit.
Okay, yeah, you hit. So go ahead and roll damage for all 3 of those.
Oh, I wasn't rolling damage because I just kind of assumed that they'd all die.
I mean, yeah. What's the minimum amount of damage you can do?
4.
Okay, so yes, they all just explode and into piles of goo and branches onto the ground. Okay. So that was your action and bonus action.
And it was 20 feet of movement, so I will use my next 30 feet of movement to go around this entanglement.
Okay.
And kind of like walk past a little creature in like a defensive stance.
Okay. Awesome.
Where is she? What do we do?
She's in the trees. I don't know the answer to the other question.
All right.
Claire has ideas.
All right, Lovelace, that's your turn.
Yeah. that's my whole
It
turn.
is now the Blight's turn, the one that's left. So it's going to go up to you, Lovelace, and it will make one attack. Nope. So it tries to rake across your haunches and misses. Little creature, you are up.
Do I know about the space under her tree?
Yeah, you would know that there is a little hollow under the tree. It's probably like it's like there's like on the opposite side of the tree. There's like you can see this kind of this little hill. On the opposite side, there is like a 4-foot wide little kind of burrow that goes into the interior of the hill. Yeah.
Over here? Okay.
On the hill itself, so you'd kind of go
the
down
hill,
on the other
okay.
side and go in.
Okay, well that sounds just downright cozy.
Yeah, it's only about it is very cozy. It is like a little 5-foot ceilinged burrow underneath with all the like roots coming in, about 8 foot wide, very small little space.
Okay. I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I just climb directly up onto the next one?
Yeah, just so it'll be you did 20, so it'll be 30 feet, I guess, to go up.
30 to get there.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
15, 20. And again, more questions about like this area. Can I climb over or under that root? Is that difficult terrain?
That is fine. That is a branch above you. It's a big old
25,
branch above you.
30 almost.
Yeah. So yeah,
Can I
right here will be the little hollow.
Okay.
So
If
you're
I
almost there.
Can I stick my head in?
Let's see. You used your movement. Did you
That was
bonus
movement
action,
bonus.
Dax? Oh, okay, yeah. So
I don't think I
because it's
can't bonus action dash.
Oh, you can only do
I
disengage.
use my action to dash.
You'll have to. I mean, you can plop down and look in. Let's see, because you have dark vision. Okay. Sure. Do a perception roll just as like I want to kind of determine like how much you see as you look in.
Yes. Perception tool 21.
Okay. You plop down onto the dried leaves and throw your head in, looking through, and it's difficult to see because there's all these, little roots kind of coming in through the ceiling. But as you peer through, you see that some of those little roots, there are these kind of bulbous tendrils coming up out of the ground along the edges, and then deeper inside the hollow where you normally see that cozy little space, there's just this mess and tangle of like pulsing tendrils coming up out of the ground and going up into the tree and into the earth around it.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action cast Healing Spirit, like right in the thick of it.
Wow. What is that?
An intangible spirit appears in a 5-foot cube I can see within range, 60 feet.
Okay. Healing Spirit? Is this in
Yes.
Xanathar's?
I think this is either Xanathar or Tasha. I don't remember which.
Okay. And what does it do?
Whenever I or a creature I can see moves into the space for the first time or starts its turn there, it heals 1d6 with no action or bonus action required.
Wow.
It can the spirit cannot heal constructs or undead.
Okay. 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 We will.
Yeah, I'm imagining like this little pink and gold, like Navi almost, like flying up into the little spot.
Yeah.
Where all of these growths
And
are.
as it flies in, the light reveals. You now see these growths. They are this like fleshy pink, almost like stomach lining or interior of a body, and they're all just kind of.
Ew. Okay, so yeah, we have Navi hanging out in that space now.
Hey, listen.
So, to be clear, from Lovelace's perspective, Lovelace rolled up, was like, what do we do? Heard, I don't know. Got attacked by a white, turned around, and then like little creature was just like scurrying off among the like death tree roots without having said a word.
And then you see little creature go like flop down and leaves kind of, and then like a little flash of pink light. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I will figure out what to do with that. I love this that this happened.
Sure.
I'm trying to.
I
yeah.
don't know what to do with that.
Okay. So your ranger, your spellcasting is wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why don't you, while the spirit appears, and you do see the roots kind of like, or the growth kind of pull away from it a bit. Make make a wisdom check for me.
Oh boy. That's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
what's that? 22?
Okay. So
Wisdom's not actually that high.
So as this happens, what you see is you watch as from out of the ground, you see a sudden pulse of that more like blue white kind of aqua color that you're familiar with the kind of network that runs throughout. You see it from the ground, and you watch as bits of like ethereal hands kind of come up out of the ground and grab on to these pulsing tendrils, and the light from the spirit is, and the hands tighten, and you watch as some of those tendrils start to wither a bit. It doesn't remove them, but it's doing something. So. Okay, so that's the little creature's turn. At the top of the round, 2 more of the lights. Actually, yeah. So little creature from above. 2 pop out of the tree, and you kind of, as they pop out, you hear like a, and you see those tendrils kind of, and they both plop down right next to you. Okay.
I guess I am prone at the moment.
You are prone. You said you flopped down to look.
I did. I said I
to
flopped
look
down
in.
my
Yeah.
stomach.
Okay. Next up is Song of Pleated Woodpecker. Yeah, she's actually going to use her. I'll just say it so you all know why she's kind of moving around the map. She's going to use her tree stride ability, so anywhere there's a tree, she can just emerge from it. And yeah, we'll say this time she's going to be... Actually, yeah, no. So again, 10 feet above you on the big branch that's above you. Little creature, as you look up and you see these things pop down, you kind of look over at them, and then you hear another sound, and you look up and you can see that almost like clinging to the bottom of the branch, like some sort of predatory animal, she comes out the bottom of the branch, and her head turns and looks at you, and her tendril whips out towards you again. So she's gonna try to hit you with her tendril. A 20 to hit.
That hits.
You are prone, and this is a melee attack.
It should be an advantage.
So 20. All right, so as it hits you, it wraps around you, and you're now grappled and restrained, and it's going to do 5 points of bludgeoning damage. That was,
Okay.
I rolled incredibly low, as it crushes you, and you see that black goo is kind of dribbling down this tendril. I need you to make a con save as it starts to seep into your skin.
Con, that's an 8. This is the third 8 this evening.
Can you roll a D100 for me?
What? A what?
75.
Sorry. How what is your weight?
36 pounds.
Okay.
Why is that relevant?
Let me see if I read this right.
What is happening?
So, little creature, you suddenly, this tendril's pulled around you tight, and then suddenly you feel like you're swelling, and the tendril starts to kind of bulge, and you suddenly feel your flesh just starts to bubble, and your weight triples. So you are now 108 pounds as you suddenly pop up into this massive, like, bulbous, pudgy goblin that's resting there, that is being constricted by this dryad that's just... and you do start to feel, as it's tightening around you, you start to feel this, like, pulsing pain go through your body where it's constricting around you. Not just from the tightness, but, like, something is almost like pricking into your body and like injecting you with something. But yeah, you are now 100. So mark that down. Your weight is now 108.
I have marked it down.
So you are a very pudgy goblin. It's being constricted by this tribe.
Song of the Pleated Woodpecker, I don't like this.
Okay, that was her turn because she's now holding on to you. So you are grappled and restrained.
But she's no longer hidden.
Correct, because she is 10 feet up. But I mean, yeah, you have a But yeah, she's 10 feet up, clinging to the bottom of the branch, like kind of like a xenomorph, and has whipped her tendril out and is constricting you, little creature. Okay. So Lovelace.
Prone and restrained.
Grappled, prone, and restrained.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, really quick. Hi, first time person chatting, Bishop's guest. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I love D100 rolls. They are so much fun. I was so excited when little creature failed that save. I was yes. Okay, anyways, Lovelace, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
We're switching to pike time.
Okay.
I'm gonna pike. So just like put these back into the sheath, and then like on the kind of like backswing almost, just like knock this peon, this grunt aside.
Go ahead, roll an attack.
Okay. And let's attack recklessly once again. 16 to hit.
Yes, that definitely hits.
8 damage.
Yes. Okay, so it just scatters into branches and goo. It is destroyed.
So that's attack number 1.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna move 10, and then 30 plus 5 for getting up that hill.
Yep. Yeah. So 10 feet to go up the little hill. Yep.
So I am now over here. Let's take my second pike attack on the Pleated Woodpecker.
Okay. Yeah, she's up in the tree, so you're going to whip that pike up towards her.
Yeah, just like, and this is like just I'm scrambling up this hill, kind of like dodging all these like roots, barely skirting the outskirts of like that writhing cube, and just like tried to like knock her down, like almost like knocking an apple out of a tree.
Okay.
So this is with advantage, 14 to hit.
Okay. Really quick, are you trying to actually like do damage and hit her with the pike, like?
Oh yeah,
piercer?
yeah. That was just for
okay.
flavor.
Okay,
So,
14 to hit, that misses.
dang.
It scrapes across her body, but you can see that like her body itself has this like thick bark, and it just doesn't actually cause any damage.
Lovelace, no!
Okay, well that is awkward. I think that's my whole. That's 2 attacks.
Okay.
So that's my action, and I don't believe I have a bonus action.
Okay. That's your turn.
I suppose so.
Okay.
Oops, that was supposed to be cooler.
It was pretty cool. Yeah. So you scrape across her body, and her head kind of turns towards you. Okay. Next up is
By the gods, what happened, little creature? Now I'm just gonna call you creature.
I don't think I'm so little anymore.
Is that spell, by the way, concentration, the one that you have up?
It is, and I just rolled a concentration check, and I passed with flying colors.
Cool. The 2 blights, I think, are going to go for you, little creature, being held there. They're gonna just try to get you. An 18 to hit, so one of them hits, or 20 actually to hit. I gotta
And
look.
both of those were at advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5 points of damage on the one that hits you.
Okay.
I actually have to look something up. I don't know if you have to make another con save. I think you might.
I would like to.
I mean, the way I created these creatures, they have this thing on them, and whenever they hit, it affects you. So yeah, make another con save as this other one
So I
strikes
just made my concentration check, which
Yeah.
I again passed.
Okay.
Con save is that's much higher. That's an 18.
Okay, you're fine. But again, this one strikes you, and some of that black goo goes into the wound, and you can see it bubbling once more and then settle. Okay, that is their turns. Little creature, you're up. Go ahead. Yeah, what would you... Actually,
I
hold
guess
on.
I would like-
I'm sorry. Okay. At the start of your turn. Actually, no. Go ahead. I'm gonna leave it as is. Sorry. these creatures are a bit homebrewed, and I'm like, there's some things that I'm trying to figure out. So you're good. Go ahead. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and get out of the. I'm grappled. How much? She grappled me. I'm gonna
Yes.
try and get out of her grapple. That's what I'm
Okay,
gonna do.
make a strength. Yes, strength check.
Strength check. Joy. Okay. So.
Or well, it's a
Right.
it's a grapple, so you can do acrobatics actually, right? Because if it's a grapple, you can do acrobatics or athletics. So go, yeah. So
Okay. I'm considerably better at
yes,
acrobatics.
I know. I figured.
So that's another 8.
You squirm and wiggle and squeeze, but maybe your new rotund weight is making it difficult for you, being used to your normal body, to actually get
Yeah.
out. So you are still restrained.
I'm just picturing like those memes of like cats who are like really rotund raccoons that like try to fit through something and just, like get stuck.
That is exactly what's happening here.
The flower that's on your head is no longer like an oversized thing. Now it's like this tiny little.
I too have a fascinator now.
So you kind of look like a little baby with like a bonnet on. Goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I could do all sorts of bonus actions, but nothing useful.
Okay.
So, I guess I'm done.
Okay. At the start, the top of the round, two more
Really?
of these
Oh my
blights are going
God.
to flop out of the tree.
And I don't know how you want to do this exactly, but
Oh yeah.
when the healing spirit, when it is in something that starts its turn. Grammar, sorry. The tree should heal 1d6
Okay.
at the start of its turn.
Start of its turn. So, I mean, yeah, this is again. This is very
Sure.
being very bending the rules and stuff, but it's fine because this is really
Totally.
cool. I'm just trying to work with what we have here. So, go ahead and you can make another. Basically, you're trying to channel this magic to heal the tree. Make another wisdom check. So you're using your connection.
Okay, 13.
13? That's just enough. So you can't see what's happening, but you see all the blights suddenly, and you see you feel the grip around you tighten on from Song of Pleated Woodpecker, and she turns and looks at you. What are you doing? Make it stop!
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's now her turn. So at the start of her turn, while she's holding on to you with this tendril, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me, little creature. She uses Life Leech.
That's a natural 1.
Okay, that is a failure. So you're gonna take. Uh, 6 points of necrotic damage as that tendril kind of tightens and you feel pain coursing through your body as you can almost see the tendril that's stretched out onto the ground wrapped around you. It almost seems to be like undulating, like, and she starts to go, yes, give me your life. Okay, next up is Lovelace.
How high up is her? How
She's
high up is her?
how high up
Can
is
I-
her? Her is 10 feet up.
How her high?
Her
So,
high
like,
10
I can't
feet.
hit her with short swords. This is a pike situation.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Let's go.
Okay.
I think Lovelace just like is like has been cocky this battle, has been like boom, 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 boom. and then like missing here, like missing a beat, and like kind of like tripping over a root has caused her to like, I guess like take a second to like refocus and just concentrate on this hashtag not a woodpecker.
Okay.
And like looking at like maybe her connection point to the tree, and then just like jabbing.
Okay.
And like as Lovelace does, like just these kind of like hands and all this like kind of like spiritual energy that's been following her around. She's trying to like channel those ley lines into this strike.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a reverse lightning rod, or I'm like channeling lightning, maybe.
Yeah. Go for it. Make your attack.
Okay, so this is 2 attacks recklessly with advantage.
Okay.
A 21 and a 13 to hit.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 9, then plus 2 more, so 11 damage total.
11 damage. Okay, so you jab into her. She makes a concentration check for the... Oh, she fails. So that those writhing roots behind you wither and pull back into the earth as they all disappear as the pike jabs into her. And she looks towards you. Lovelace, you see those hands coursing up through your spear, and they go through the trunk of the branch, and you see light kind of shoot down towards the base of this tree, but it is kind of repelled away. So it seemed like this channeling you were trying to do of these spirits, it wasn't quite enough of a connection, and they get pushed away. All right.
My ability still kicks in though? Question mark. The first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage
definitely.
on the attack.
Yes, that ability still kicks in.
Okay.
Yes.
So like these hands are still kind of like, I guess like waving. So it's like we have entangle over on. I guess we don't have it anymore. But like it was like all these like writhing roots, and now kind of like mirroring that, there's these like kind of like frayed lines. I guess.
Yeah, that are going around her, right? Like, yeah, totally. And you actually see some of it travel down that tendril of her arm that's connected to little creature, and there's almost these spectral hands that are kind of trying to pull apart the binding around little creature, but little creature is just stuck there on the ground. All right, Lovelace, is that it for you?
Yep, that is. Sure is. Love that. For me.
Okay.
It's too many whites.
Next.
We're not paying our white tax.
They are blights, but they are going to actually push past you, Lovelace, to all go towards little creature. So actually this one, yeah, you can make an attack of opportunity if you want, as this one tries to push past you. Go for it.
Pike, 1 attack. Attacking recklessly still, because why not?
Okay.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
Where was that 24
and
before?
That one is just obliterated as it tries to scurry past, and you just bring that pike down, smacking it on the head, and it just shatters into goo and twigs. Okay, but these 3 are all going to start clawing at little creature on the ground. All right, so 15 to hit,
Misses.
19 to hit,
Hits.
and 21 to hit. Okay,
Hits.
so 2 of them hit. 4 points and 3 points. So 7 points of piercing, and I need you to make 2 con saves for me.
Yep. 13 and 10.
You're good. They both make it. As they scrape into your body, and there's little rumblings throughout, but you do not feel the effects of it. Okay, little creature.
Yeah.
She's still got you, tightening her grip.
Can I at least stand up?
Yeah, well, your movement is 0. So no.
Oh, you're right, it is. So I don't have...
Yeah.
Okay.
You cannot.
Ugh.
Them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks.
And all my attacks are at disadvantage. I do have 2 of them though, and I could.
Oh, did you make 2 concentration checks for me?
I did the 13 and the 10.
Oh no, sorry. Those were the con saves for the effects of their scratches.
Oh.
Also make 2 concentration checks for me.
Okay. Nope, that's a natural 1.
Then unfortunately your spirit inside, you can see that little bit of pink light that's coming out of the tunnel and it just dissipates.
Big
winks
mood,
out.
big mood. Spirit inside just being extinguished.
Yeah, spirit inside is extinguished.
Okay. That makes things a little bit more urgent. Yeah, I'm gonna again use my action to try and escape the grapple.
Okay, go for it.
That is much better. 22.
Yeah, no problem. You squirm free of the tendrils.
Okay. Bonus action disengage.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna pop down into
The tunnel?
the tunnel. So I'm gonna like run up, get right up in there with where the healing spirit was.
Okay, so 15 feet of movement to go inside. I don't know how much movement you would have used. 15 to get up, right?
15 to get up.
And then
15.
okay, yeah. So
This
you
rotund goblin just like waddling, feel like disengage.
Yes.
okay, so you are I'm just gonna mark somehow that you're underneath the tree. We'll just know.
Okay.
I'll put a little blue dot on you, sure. You're under the tree. Yeah, you go scurrying under there and pushing in. You can just see the entire little hollow of this tree is just infested with these fleshy tendrils, some of which you actually see a good portion of them have like withered and like kind of turned into just almost like decomposing flesh and goo as they're starting to seep into the soil. But there's still a handful of these tendrils that are connected to the base of the tree.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. So Lovelace, you see a little creature dart under the tree. At the top of the round, 2 more blights plop down. And it is now Song of the Pleated Woodpecker's turn. She grimaces, no, and she's going to tree stride. And the little creatures you're underneath, you can see those tendrils mixed in with the roots of this massive oak, and one of the roots just, as her face appears,
I'm so sorry.
I must feed her. And she's going.
I think that's a good idea.
She's going to try to grab you once more with that.
Okay.
tendril.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Yeah, as
That's
she
right.
tries to whip out, you see those spectral hands pulling back. An 11. Whoa! First one was a 22. Oh my
Wait,
god.
I think that's the first time in our like
I know.
100 episodes or whatever that it's ever made a difference.
I know. So as that root of her arm, this almost fleshy-like, root-like tendril shoots over, it looks like it's gonna hit you square in the chest, and it stops short as multitudes of spiritual arms are reaching out of the soil behind her and pulling it back, and she's no, and the arm gets yanked back, and now she's just almost like melded with this root, just her upper torso coming out with that tendril pulling back. Okay, she's gonna stay down there. That was her turn. Lovelace.
We're
So
playing Duck Duck Goose again.
Okay.
Sorry, did you have something to say?
No, I was just gonna say, you look around and you're just surrounded by these little skittering blights. What would you like to do?
Little creature, I hope you know what you're doing. Putting the pike away and just like, I said that I was a gardener today. We're gonna garden. Let's do some cheering. I'm gonna just roll all 3 of my short sword attacks.
Go for
my
it.
2 mains in my offhand. All recklessly once again.
Okay.
Lowest is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, you're good.
I just want to say I do a total of 29 damage as I just like tear through.
So,
these
that way?
things.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just and they all just as you go galloping off. Where are you going? Are you going to the?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So
do I see the opening?
yeah, as you gallop to the edge there, cutting through these, you cut through the last one and look down, and you can hear a commotion below, and you see this little burrow, this little, like a little animal's burrow, but it's big. It's like 4 feet wide. I know it's small for Lovelace, but you could probably squeeze in there, going underneath this tree.
I don't want to do that. That's not a place where centaurs live.
Okay.
So I think I'm just gonna like kind of hang out on the outside of it and be like, little creature,
Okay.
you know what you're doing?
No.
Okay, cool. Keep it up. She doesn't seem to like
Okay.
whatever it is.
So you're gonna be up on the hill there, looking over this burrow.
Yeah, I would like to block the entrance to keep blights from entering.
Okay, you'll have to plop down because it's in the side of the hill. It's right. I think I said it was right here. Sorry, it's not actually on the map because
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
So
I'll
you
just
block
kind
the
of,
entrance.
Like,
Okay.
guard of that.
You drop down, little creature. You see a shadow pass in front of the burrow and look over, and you can see Lovelace's form land there, short swords out in front of the entrance to the burrow. Okay, it's now the Blight's turns. So 2 of them are going to scurry over and drop down next to you, Lovelace.
They get advantage on their attacks.
They do. So here we go.
Am I gonna get big?
No,
No,
because
I'm not gonna
that
get
was
big.
some terrible rolls. That was a 10 and an 8. Okay, so they are trying to claw at you, but they cannot hit you. And little creature, it's your turn.
Okay.
Look at how many dead blights there are.
I'm going to cast Healing Spirit again.
Okay.
In my space. So ideally, I'm getting the benefit as well as the tree.
Yes, you will. Okay, so
And so then I heal 1d6.
okay.
Which I made. Sure, that works. And then with my action, I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay. And go ahead and make that wisdom check for me.
15.
Okay. Make it with advantage, and I'll explain in a second.
15.
15. Okay, you're good. That was what you needed. So, well, it was actually a bit above what you needed. It wasn't crazy, but as you, this little pink orb of light lights up the area.
Into my chest.
Okay. And you feel yourself kind of become, you feel those wounds starting to seal, feel that energy coming back to you. You're still have this kind of
I'm
bloated
stuffed in
form.
here.
Yeah. But you see those ghost-like hands that are holding back Song of the Pleated Woodpecker kind of get channeled down towards you and up into that little ball of pink light. And the ghost-like forms suddenly shoot out and seem to connect with the different tendrils around you. Song of the Pleated Woodpecker looks at you. No! As they are connecting with these tendrils, the tendrils start to shrivel, and you hear this odd, almost like boiling water out of a tea kettle sound as they start to shrivel up and just... And they start to get sucked down into the ground as they dissolve. And you watch as all the tendrils kind of slough off into a puddle of goo all around you. And Song of Pleated Woodpecker kind of collapses. Lovelace, outside, you see 2 more blights around you. And then you hear that strange hissing sound like water escaping coming from below, and you see these blights start to twist and writhe, and then they fall onto the ground and just start to dissolve into black goo as well. The twigs kind of getting pushed out from this strange viscera, and everything kind of goes quiet around you both. Except for you, little creature, inside this burrow, you see Song of Pleated Woodpecker is panting, still half in the root.
And I try and like draw her out into the light.
Okay, you want to like take her out of the burrow itself, or
No, I mean, like, can I?
Oh,
can I
yeah.
just get her in the same space as me.
Okay, yeah. So you
Essentially.
reach towards her.
I don't know if I can actually do this.
Let's reach out to her, grabbing onto her body, and she kind of tenses. Looks up towards you. I'm so sorry. And as you pull, her form starts to just gently pull out of that root, and she kind of lays down onto the ground next to you.
It's okay.
Her arm is still this kind of twisted tendril that's sort of pulsing and writhing.
Lovelace?
Still don't know what you're doing?
Not really.
Well, it worked out real good.
Okay.
Everything okay in there?
I don't know yet. Maybe. I think. Are you okay?
I'm fine. All of these tree things seem to have fallen apart.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. I'm going to sit here a second, if that's okay.
Okay. Say if you need me. I'm not going to fit in there real well. But I can pull you out if need be.
Okay. I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
kind of awkwardly paw at the ground outside, waiting.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, little creature, what do you do?
I mean, I'm inclined to sit here for a minute.
Okay.
Like an actual minute, and just let the spell take effect.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. She sits there quietly with you as this light kind of pulses around you. You can see little bits of, like, in this interior, it's become very, like, dank and kind of rot-filled. But as that light is pulsing, you do see just the faintest bit of, like, moss and lichen is kind of growing in the little corners of this hollow. And she as well will heal whatever... Or does it heal one creature or both?
whoever's it's in its space.
Okay, then yeah.
There are 10 rounds in a minute.
So yeah, roll a d6 10 times, I guess. Or 9 times, because you already got one use of it. So
Uh-huh. I'm sure we're both at full already.
Yeah.
It's at least 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's fine. Yeah. Okay. So the minute passes and all of your wounds seal shut. She wasn't really hurt that bad, but you do see bits of the bark kind of closing where she was struck by Lovelace. The one arm, though, is still this kind of tenderly like tentacle. It's almost root-like, but it's soft to the touch, more so than you'd expect with a root. And there's a strange discoloration to it. And it is like multiple strands, like this kind of bound tendril.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, once the spell fades, I'm gonna... Are you okay? Do you want to meet back outside? Your arm.
There's something affecting all the woods. There's something affecting. She reaches out and places a hand on the root that she came out of. It's corrupting us both. I can feel it coming through the soil over the past many moons and suns, but slow.
I'm with someone who's got some connection to, well, to Taurivarna, it seems. Do you want to talk to her?
She looks out through the burrow, kind of narrows her eyes.
She's a little weird, but she seems okay.
She closes her eyes. I just felt her presence when I was out of sorts just now.
Yeah?
She has a connection to the cycle. Have they been calling her?
Come meet her.
She'll try to stand as best she can, having to hunch a little. She's probably on the shorter side. Say that, yeah, she has to hunch just a bit in this space. She's about 5 foot. She gently walks out of this burrow, joining you, Lovelace. You see little creature and this Song of the Pleated Woodpecker, this dryad, walk out of this burrow. She's holding onto her right arm. You can see there's that tendril kind of limply draped down one side. She's just cradling it, almost like a broken limb. But she comes out of this burrow, stands there next to you, little creature. She looks up at you, Lovelace.
Hey, glad to see y'all have made up.
Lovelace, this is Song of the Pleated Woodpecker. Song of the Pleated Woodpecker, this is Lovelace. She seemed to have picked up on some things outside, which I think's pretty cool and probably why I wanted to find her in the first place. But she doesn't actually know very much.
You taught me everything you know.
No, we haven't gotten to everything yet.
Okay, well, we got started.
Yeah, we've gotten started.
Well, Lovelace. I apologize for our behavior. We haven't been right of mind. insatiable hunger, but not for the sun, not for the soil or the rain, for the living. She looks back towards the tree. I consumed so many of my friends. I couldn't help myself. Whatever that was in our roots was driving us to this. It's coming from the south.
What's coming?
This sickness. She looks around at the other trees. They're still not right. I know it. I can feel it. You may have saved us, but I don't think it's going to stop. I think it's going to come for us again. And I won't be able to control myself again. I don't feel connection anymore. It's been broken. She looks down at you, little creature. You feel it too, don't you? You can't feel them. And you have that strange kind of out-of-body feeling that you've been having, little creature.
Can you leave? That's what I always do.
Leave what?
I mean, if this place is something's coming for you here, you just go.
She gently places a hand on one of the roots that's kind of coming down the side of the hill. I can't leave myself. She starts to gently let her hand run down the root. If we die, you, she points at you, Lovelace. You've been called here, haven't you?
Hold up, I've given up. Little creature, tell her that we've given up. You saw me. I gave up. I was called, but I don't know, it wasn't working.
I felt your connection. You brought it back to me.
Yeah, that was, I think, the first time that I've reached out and tried to use it, and it actually worked. That was very weird. Do you know more about it? What is this? What's happening to me?
She steps towards you and just places a hand on your side. And become in tune with the cycle of all things. No longer resides here. I fear it may be gone forever.
Lovelace.
Yes.
If you could go in any direction right now, where would you go?
Lovelace steps back. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. Keep following trails, I guess. I don't know. I was so sure, and the only thing I think I know for sure is, I don't know, when things get rough, it's like my path is laid out before me and I just have to walk it. But I don't know, it gets so much more complicated when things cool down. And people have feelings, and they'll second guess what you did when you needed to do it. I don't know, I just try to get by.
I look over at Song of the Pleated Woodpecker and back at Lovelace and back at her. And then Elvish to Song of the Pleated Woodpecker. I say,
Do you think she's actually special, or is she just like lucky?
Necessarily special, little creature.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somehow my voice is not coming through clearly. I don't think anyone is actually special, little creature. It's just the choices that we make.
Lovelace. Earlier, a couple days ago, you said that the gnoll that you killed wasn't like other gnolls.
That's for sure. The thought crossed my mind just now when you said things were coming up from the south. Do you think that might be related to what's messing up the gnolls outside? Sorry,
Maybe.
have you seen the gnolls outside? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen
Okay.
them, but like, it's hard not to be aware.
Tell that to the folks at Candlekeep.
What's Candlekeep?
Yeah, it's a big place that has its head in the sand. And they didn't
Okay.
notice the gnolls until they showed up on their doorstep. It's not important.
Okay.
But like, is this thing that's messed you up here maybe also messing them up?
Maybe so?
I just know the sickness is coming from that direction. She looks off to the south.
So do we go find it, or do we go get help?
I don't know who I'd ask for help.
Well, I do.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You can show
Like
me
I
more
said,
of your
you don't
friends
know
who aren't
everything.
actually woodpeckers. Who's this one? Honey striped badger?
No.
Who's a golem of some sort?
No, he's an asshole.
Oh.
For a moment, Song of Pleated Woodpecker does let out a laugh. A very small laugh. And then looks back at you, little creature. Thank you. My mind's been so clouded. She says this in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish?
I do not. I speak Sylvan, which is
Okay.
probably like a romance language, sort of.
Sure. You kind of, yeah. It's
yes,
like
a
you-
Romance language
well,
to Sylvan's Latin.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Sylvan. It was like Latin, right? Like for yeah, I don't know.
And like, I
Anyways.
think we've like established it's like, I mostly knew it through like cultural events more
Uh-huh.
than like conversational. So
Uh-huh.
like mine's really like formal and stilted.
Yeah,
So I know the word roots,
sure.
kind of.
Yeah, you're
Sounds fun.
getting like little glimpses of what they're talking about, but it's yeah.
Yeah.
Little creature, why are you with this one?
It seemed like a good idea.
Your idea?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all my idea. but more. I mean, maybe more than me. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes.
It is. Well, if you're going through anything like I'm going through right now, then you're probably feeling very alone.
It's been weird.
Do you think that she can help?
Not if I know. It's worth a try, though.
I don't understand why Motavari hasn't helped us here at this end of the forest.
Maybe they have. Maybe they've been trying. Maybe things aren't as bad as they could be.
That's why I'm wondering. I felt that connection for a moment when she looks over at Lovelace. When she arrived, She's not special as you were asking, but I guess there is something there.
Reach out and take her normal hand.
Well, I can take her north.
But if that's not what they asked for immediately, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't know either. I mean, that's just like, closer to the center and all that. But like, do we go south? Do we go like mess around down there? It's hard when you don't have your own ideas.
She looks back at Lovelace.
Hey, folks, can we
Oh,
talk in something that we can all understand? Unless this is really private, at which point I feel like I should just go somewhere.
sorry. I say in comment. No, it's a habit. It's just how. Yeah. Anyway, we're trying to decide what we should do.
I got an idea. I heard that there's a guardian of this forest. Seems like y'all could use some gardening. Guardianing. And gardening.
She looks back at you, little creature. I think that she needs to make the decision on her own. And says that in Elvish, and then looks back to you, Lovelace. In a sense, yes. There is.
All right. I feel like there's a butt coming.
I got one.
Oh. It's been a while.
Took you a minute.
Thank you, little creature. They are not one. They are not one that is easily found. If they want you to find them, then you will.
All right. That doesn't seem super useful. Oh, is this another thing where we like give up and then they just like show up when you need them? I'm sorry, I'm kind of stuck on this giving up thing. It's new to me.
She'll step towards you. They are likely observing, seeing the choices that you make, to see if you are part of the cycle or not. One that would
Okay,
destroy
you
it.
you said that word again. What's this cycle?
You're connected directly to it. She gestures down towards the ground below you.
Yeah, the weird silvery things.
Yes.
Yeah, I hit a tree once, and now I'm being haunted by thread. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's insensitive. Present company.
If the Guardian wishes to see you, you will see them.
Okay. I can't really work with that, but that's good to know, I guess.
They are likely making sure that you're not one that will destroy the cycle. You said you hit a tree. That is how you became connected. That is troubling to hear. She kind of steps away from you, back towards the route that's coming off the hill.
Wasn't a good time. We didn't really know what we were doing.
Do you ever hit someone and know what you're doing and have a good time with it?
I mean, gestures at all of these blights scattered around. It's just like the twigs and stuff. That seemed to go okay. But is that not okay? Should I
No.
not feel good about that?
No, they needed to be pruned. Diseased. That was necessary.
All right, so we're like 50-50 in this horse so far.
If you can help this forest in any way, that would at least be somewhere to start.
All right.
You did, both of you, did help me now. I don't know what more can be done. But as I said, I can feel the sickness has come from the south. That might be somewhere to start.
Well, that's... If I had to choose a direction, that's where I'd go. Straight at the problem. Shortest route. Pluck out its heart.
Okay.
Thank you both. I'm going to return now to my home. See what I can do.
All right.
I'm gonna take my flower hat off and go up on tiptoe and put it on top of her head. And take her hand again and go up on tiptoe again and kiss her cheek.
It's so cute.
The acorns you gave me. Do you want me to plant them or not plant them, or do you not care?
I don't really care. It's a gift. You can do what you will with them.
Okay. I was really worried about that. But I will do what I want with them. I'll come visit it again soon, okay? Maybe. I actually don't know. I want to come visit again soon.
I want you to also. But please, if I tell you to leave, please leave.
What if I help again?
Right. You're right. so frightened of being consumed with that hunger once more.
Dig deep. Reach high.
To reconnect with her. She looks back at the tree. She starts to step back and just goes into the root. And the last thing you see is her face pull into the root.
She seems nice.
Yeah. She's really nice. Usually she laughs more at my jokes. Usually I make more jokes.
Yeah, that was pretty. Seemed like a pretty somber situation.
Yeah.
Also felt like both of you know more about what's going on than maybe you're telling me.
Well, there's just so much, Lovelace. You know, you only let me talk for like 3 or 4 hours.
Uh-huh. And I do know where all of the squirrels buried their nuts in one specific section of forest that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
So that seems important. Maybe that'll come up.
What do you want to know? Where do you want to go?
South, I guess?
Okay.
I feel like that's the wrong answer. But I don't know what else to say.
Liberty Gibbet.
Okay.
We head south.
Okay. As the two of you start trotting southward, the new kind of rotund form. I mean, a little creature.
Yeah, how am I doing?
What
Can
do
you need
you?
some help with that?
What do you
Should
look
we,
like?
Go and hang out by a stream somewhere. Get some like aspirin.
I just curious, like, what do you think you look like, little creature? What is your kind of visual you have of yourself right now?
I think I am more massive. Like what is present is just like denser, heavier.
Wow. Okay.
And so I'm just like dragging myself almost step by step through the forest.
So is your form itself not like ballooned out in any
I think
areas?
it has some, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
But, like I'm also like using plants to help me like
Oh no.
through.
Okay.
It's exhausting.
We can rest, huh? No, if we're in a hurry.
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, I want to. I could use a rest.
Okay.
You're lying.
Yes. Will that stop you?
No. I stop if you stop.
Great.
So you both sit down in this blighted forest you find yourselves in, and try to find an area to just take a rest.
Can we find a place that's a little less flighty?
I was thinking the same.
I mean, you were walking for a while. Like, you know, it was like a slow transition, and then for a while it was just like this. And then you
Okay.
came upon this grove.
So like somewhere where there's like a leaf. Just at least one.
Sure, well, this will be the last thing we do tonight. Go ahead and make a survival check.
You've got
Cool,
your
cool, cool.
hat still.
I do have my hat still. That's a 23.
Remarkably, after maybe
I find
5
23
minutes, you find one tree with 23 leaves. Just barely clinging to this tree, but you do find a tree with some leaves clinging to it, some life, and you settle down and take a short rest, I guess. And that is where we're going to end tonight, with the two of you huddled under this tree, little bits of kind of dull green leaves coming off of it, but the majority of it bare, and starting to head south. That's where we're going to end tonight.
Having so much fun in this forest as Lovelace.
Okay,
Just being
good.
like, I'm going here. I know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm giving up. Ugh. Okay. Oh, I can fight. Okay. You're asking me where to go? I don't know. I've given up. Okay, let's head over there. I feel like I need a quest. And now I'm being watched and judged. What's going on? I'm gonna get sarcastic as a defense measure. We're just like really like plumbing all the different like levels of like Lovelace's coping mechanisms. I'm having a great time.
Good.
It's
I'm glad.
almost like this was designed to challenge her.
Almost. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks Bishop's guests for joining us. It was nice to see you in chat this evening. I'm glad that Olive's post made it to your ears and you decided to check out our stream. All right. Good night. Have a wonderful evening.